Why do bad things happen to good people?
Ah, get Rabbi Kushner on that one. It's a really complex answer. I'm trying to think of the simplest way to say it. So this philosophy, as you know, believes that we are creating via our choices and our thoughts. Bad things happen to us because we believe that they're going to, on some level. Now that's so simplistic because people go, well, I would never want that to happen to me. No, because maybe it's not a conscious thought, maybe it's a subconscious thought. Subconsciously, we are attracting experiences to us. So what we call bad things happening is because we believe that it's going to. But I need to expand it a little further to say that what we call bad things is simply our judgment of it. How many of you have had a really awful thing happen to you that you learned the most amount of things? Yeah. You had the epiphany in that. I'd like to see, how many of you had crappy things happen to you that you called bad, but then you realized, what a gift. Yeah. Almost everybody in the room. So we label it bad like we label it evil, right? So it's important to understand that sometimes what we call bad things happen to us, it's just part of our process of evolution. I tell my foundation students the other day, we start praying for all these wonderful things to happen, and sometimes on the path it comes up obstacle, obstacle, and those obstacles look like bad things. But maybe they're not. So that's kind of two-part, right? Let's not judge it as a bad thing. Let's say, oh, I wonder why I'm experiencing this now. Stay curious, I say. Stay curious. Why is this going on? And to check what am I believing? Because I'm believing that's going to happen to me. Right? We believe that this thing could happen to me. Change your thinking, change your life, be transformed by the renewing of our mind. Maybe stop giving it energy. That's a really deep one. I could spend all day on that, but we'll just leave it at that. Yes, Mr. Ryan.
Hello. How can I bring this philosophy, these type of teachings to younger generations like mine or college people? Because I see in my generation and millennials, they're really lost with their social media, they're all the junk, they're all college, and they're really lost, and I don't know how to really bring the philosophy without really blowing their mind or really chewing them up. And I don't want to mess them up when I'm telling them.
Oh, mess them up!
Great question.
There's nothing, first of all, I'm going to say there's nothing wrong with blowing their minds. Blow their minds. So I don't remember who said it, maybe someone in the room remembers who said this quote, and that is that when you have a great mind, you're going to be misunderstood. Anybody know the quote? Misunderstood. When you have a great mind and your mind is expansive, you're going to be misunderstood. So go ahead and blow their mind, first of all. You get that? Because it's the small-minded person that everybody understands. Okay, that's great. When you have some bigger, expansive ideas, sometimes people go, what? Or you're like, let me see, WTF. Right? So go ahead and blow their minds. That's right. So Jennifer's saying, Becky's reading, Marianne Williamson, the part of it was, it doesn't serve us to play small.
Yeah.
Ties into that, doesn't serve you to play small. Here's my first answer for any of us. Live it. Live it. Go out and, whatever you're learning here, be it, live it. Pretty soon people go, wow, dude, why are you always so positive? Yeah. Now you have an audience. You go, oh, well, let me tell you. Yeah. Because I belong to the spiritual community who tells us that my thoughts are creating our world, so I need to be positive, so I create positive stuff. Be it. And then the ones who are curious will ask, okay, you mentioned social media. Put it out there. Just make it. You know, we have all these memes now with just like one sentence, right? Put it out there. Put something positive out there. And then pretty soon the ones who gravitate toward it will go, I want to know what this dude knows. Right? So live it. Use your social media for it. And the hardest part, I think, for all of us, maybe especially when you're young, is that thing of, am I going to freak people out? Yeah. I can tell you, every adult in the room has had the same question. You're like, people are going to think I'm weird. So what? Says a wizened woman. So what? So it's easier when we get older to say, so what? But you're learning it now. Don't be afraid to blow their mind. Here's one other thing, though. Don't preach at them.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what we all hate, right? Isn't that why you came to this church? Because you don't have anybody going, you have to be like this, you have to, don't preach to them. Just tell them, well, here's what I know. Here's what I believe. Here's how I live. You know, be the example.
Yeah.
That's the best way. And dude, we need you, so do it. We, meaning the world, needs you. Needs all of us to do that. Who else? Denise.
Yes.
Just getting these exercises.
My steps. Hey.
And if somebody can tell me what time it is? 10:42. Thank you. Wait, here and then we'll go. Denise is next.
Yeah, I wanted to know, when we ask for prayer treatment for someone that, say, is on the East Coast and they don't really believe in any of this, they don't believe in the power of prayer, does that mean that my prayer treatment won't work, or does it mean that they have to believe too, or?
Very good question. So let me ask you this. Does that person on the East Coast believe in any kind of religion or spiritual prayer?
No.
Then don't bother. That's what I'd say. If the person doesn't believe it, they're not going to let any of it in. So you can do it, but you know who's going to change? Yeah. The one praying is going to change. This is my rule of thumb. If somebody absolutely says, I don't believe any of it, I'm not going to spend my energy on that. Because then it's just me wanting to change them. Really. If I so desperately need to pray for somebody else, it's because I need them to change. And I don't. None of us need somebody else to change. So I check my own thing. Oh, am I praying for them because I want them to change? Or we say, because I want them to be better. That to me becomes proselytizing, right? Because we want them to be different. So on the flip side, if you had said yes, yeah, that person does have some spiritual ideas, or even just a crack opening of belief, or if they were a completely different religion and they said, yeah, sure, go ahead and pray for me, then by all means do it. Even if their method of prayer is very different, doing the prayer, at least they're open to it. If a person is like this, personally, I don't waste my energy on that. Because, you know, if there's at least that, then maybe there's a way for that to reach them. And it's hard because it comes back to you. I said only one now.
Whisper to me.
Did it tie into what she said?
Oh, I was going to elucidate.
Okay, go for it.
Just that for myself, I just put a white light around people.
You can do that.
And release them into God's care, because that makes me feel better.
It's for you.
Because I can't do anything for anybody else.
Right. That's why I said you're the one. So do you hear what she's saying? You can put a white light around them.
And release them into God's care. I mean, that would have to go for me.
But that's for you, honey, right?
Right.
That's for you.
But somebody else might like that too.
Wait, so Laura was going to go next. What I'm trying to get at is that if you have somebody who isn't open to it at all, probably nothing is going to change in their life. So when you're doing that, it's for you. Feels good for you to send them white light. You can absolutely, you can pray up a storm if you want to, but don't expect them to change.
Hard enough for people who want change.
Yeah. Yes, Rosie. He said it's hard enough for people who want change, right? People who want change, it's hard enough. Sometimes here's how I teach it. I'm going to do Laura, and then I'll get to you, Karen. Sometimes this is in foundational class. I need a book or something. So often I talk about. It comes in handy for more than just a seat. It's like the answer to the prayer. So we've done prayer for somebody, and the answer to the prayer is raining down over the person, but they're like this. They're not receiving it. They've got their block or they've got their umbrella up. So the answer is all around them, raining down all around them. And if they're not open to receiving any kind of answer, they won't. It's sometimes how I imagine it. It's just a visual. Laura.
Okay, so what do we believe about death and the afterlife?
Oh, then it goes on and on and on.
Briefly?
That's it. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So we believe that the flesh, the human experience, is temporary, but the soul is eternal. We don't claim to say exactly what it is. What we do say it isn't is that we don't say there's a place called heaven and a place called hell. My favorite thing is we live on a round planet. People say heaven is up and hell is below. We live on a round planet